All right there. Okay, so no effort this time. All right, so I can see there's a couple of people watching. Very good. So I just got ready too quickly earlier. I've been fussing around all morning because it's all like food law today, and my girlfriend was getting ready to go on a camping trip, and I was just bustling around all morning. Never felt, bad, but didn't take any notice of it. But I did when I look back at, I was kind of active, more active than I usually am on a Tuesday morning, and I just got ready too quick with a few minutes left to the stream at like noon. I sort of rushed, ripped all the clothes off, put a nice shirt on, and clean my teeth and wash my ugly mug, and fucking jack my heart rate up too much. So I'm never ever going to make any effort to stick to a schedule again. I just want you to know that. I'm going to do my best for it to be the noon stream, the Tuesday Bluesday. Crappy name, call it something. And I'm trying to sort of integrate routines into my freshly urbanized existence. But it's a joy to be with you now. And any questions, I'll keep my eye on the stream there. But for now, I'll have a bit of music. That was obviously my Stone Pillow guitar, a guitar that was donated to me through Stone Pillow. It turned up at the day centre with a note on it saying, for Mr. Fox, for Mr. Tim Fox. And I went in, and they were like, Tim, there's a guitar here for you. And it was such a lovely day because, I've got an acoustic on loan, the steel string that I use, and I don't own an acoustic except for this. The ones on the wall, they're not really runners, to be honest. They're wall decoration. But this, this is my little acoustic. It's my little nylon string. So I like doing the Leonard Cohen stuff on this. You strike my side by accident as you go down. The cripple here that you closely is neither starved nor cold. He does not ask for your company, not at the center of the world. Yeah, like there was a time I used to do a Leonard Cohen track every set. Oh, a different one. So I've got an accumulation of a few. My little lyric book is actually full of Leonard Cohen. Yeah, so it quite often I get kind of quite miserable after these little funny turns, because it's like I keep conning myself into thinking that I've beaten it or I'm beating it. And I tend to get quite fucking depressed. Well, not depressed, just miserable. I wouldn't say depressed, because I don't really suffer depression in my life. I just won't have it. I do get depressed sometimes, but I'm not sure that it's depression. I think depression is when you feel like shit about stuff with there being no need to feel like shit. You know, I thought I suffered from depression, and it was just grief. It was just natural. It was just grief. Which slid into depression, and that was when I understood I'd been a bit intolerant of a few friends of mine that suffered from depression. I think I'd been very impatient with them. I kind of pride myself, really. I'm trying to be a sensitive guy. I know it sounds like faggy as fuck, but I don't give a shit. You know, I try to fucking account for other people's feelings, and not that I consider people's feelings worth all that much, really. There's far more important things in the world than people's feelings, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to purposely make anybody feel bad. I don't want to make anybody feel bad with thoughtlessness. So, you know, I do try and be kind of sensitive to like friends and stuff. And it's one of my like black marks. I was very intolerant to depression. I mean, I suffered it terrible in my 20s, early 20s. Terrible. But I haven't since then. It's like I wake up with that black cloud, and I just kick it out the fucking door. It's like I've got no time for prayer. Life is too short. You know, so days today are like a gift, because it's like I feel the great privilege of just simple life. Even if I was in prison right now in solitary confinement, I'd feel that privilege of just simply being alive. That is the one big advantage of this condition. But, you know, today's a blip. Like, on the whole, I am doing so much better. You know, bouncing up and down, you know, running up and down the stairs. I'm able to walk downtown and do missions and things like that. So today is just a blip. And like I say, usually I get kind of miserable, like that, I thought I'd beaten it, and it's, you know, kind of naive. But I'll do a little bit more music, and yeah. My, that's a pretty headstock. What's that? I've never seen that before. What do you think? Looks like something like off of an old steam train, doesn't it? What shall I write on it? Not Gibson. What shall I write on it? Chipson, Nixon, Nick, Nosbig, Nosbig. But yeah, she's gradually getting chromed up. Don't you just love it where the Silverburst ages? And like I've been berating the Silverburst being wrong, because it should be like that shape. Yeah, not this shape. And the new ones, the 2021 Silverburst, check them out. They're all like that. But not that means a damn thing. I love this guitar. I really do. I think I've shown you. I think you've all seen this little set neck, some kind of cheap ass Chinese Les Paul, but it rips. Oh yeah, kill switch I showed you last week. That's just the natural amp. That is just the natural overdrive, by the way, inherent on the little Champ 110. Actually has a good little overdrive channel in it. Not great, but a lot better than Fender overdrive channels tend to be. There you go. Don't tell me that's a shit guitar. A lot of people, this is just firewood. Certainly the old, Gibson Les Paul Pure Tense. But, who cares what they think? This thing, I know it's an awful stag. Again, absolute piece of crap. I love this guitar. I got it because I got right bang into Gajira, you know, Joe Duplantier, and he uses a Telecaster with like with a sort of Gibson style, and I think the result is like an SG actually. But with these pickups in it, I'm going to put a different pickup in this. I'm going to put a stick because, like, I can do the same thing as what the pickup selector does with the tone knob. So what I figure is like put something a bit more character in the neck. I like a coil in the neck. Wham bam. So it's a fat 90. It's called a P90. Thank you very much, ball bag, which I have since learned is a Scottish term of endearment. But the heaviest sounding pickups in the library here. I've changed any settings on the amp. I mean, you go back and compare that to the Strat that I just played, and that's got a really good bridge pickup in it. Well, it's an all right bridge pickup, and the pickups in the Les Paul, I admit, are miserable, but still sounds, you know, nice and crunchy. But yeah, this. Yeah, I love it. I'm going to do a few more things to this. Just bring out its character and personality even more. But no, I'm ever so glad to be here right now. You know, that was... mostly that doesn't happen anymore. You know, mostly I'm vastly recovered compared to October. Changed my diet quite a lot, and you know, and maybe that's where I've, you know, gone wrong somewhere. But I've been saving this. It's got new strings on it. They're a bit light, and I've hardly played it. But I think I'm going to sort of give it some. But yeah, I haven't dug into the tellies today. I think I showed you my Sunburst Telecaster. I think it's a Sunburst Telecaster. Hang on, let me get this blind up. I mean, I'll give you another look at it. Get rid of the red light, so pull it using. I mean, it is, isn't it? It's like a burst. It's got a subtle burst to it, like a kind of modern. Some of the more modern Fenders. Can't really see it in the light as well as I can in here in real life, but Burst Paisley. What on earth? Yeah, and I'm well chuffed with this. But I showed you this last time, so. But no, I've been ticking over as usual. I played you there a couple of things that I'm working on. I have a bit of a problem there. As you can hear, if you go back and listen, I've got two things there. And they're both in the same tempo with drum beats that could be interchangeable, and they're in the same tempo. And there's a couple of sections each, and I can't fit them together. I really want to put them in the same song, but they just won't go. So it's like I'm writing two very similar songs at the same time. But there's the rub. I'm writing songs. I mean, I really am writing songs all the time. I've always, got something on the boil. That's a great feeling. It's been like this now since maybe for at least 6 months. It's been like this. For at least 6 months, it's been like this. Where I've got something on the boil, riff-wise. Got a piece of music I'm working on. Oh man, how good that feels, How damn good that feels. Oh. I love you, Chris. Coming back soon. All right, so I'm going to say good night. Goodbye, baby, I'm gonna be leaving you now. I said goodbye, baby, I'm gonna be leaving you now. I said goodbye, baby, gonna be leaving you now. I said goodbye, baby, gonna be leaving you now. You caught me crawling, just gonna keep on crawling, baby, till the day I die. I'm crawling Kingston, and the rule of my den. I'm the crawling king snake, and the rule of my den. Gonna get what I want, gonna kill the dirty groundhog. Gonna get what I want, gonna kill the dirty groundhog. All right, peeps. Lovely to be here. Lovely to have you here. I will get a Gorilla Gig podcast up for one thing and another. Our cat died the other day, literally just as I was about to record the Gorilla Gig podcast, and we had to rush to the vets, and he made it all the way to the doorstep, literally. So he's getting a nice little send off. Bloody skint, just what you need, like when you know, like just coming out of like the whole COVID thing of not working and lockdown eases, and you get slammed straight away with a nice big crematorium bill. But it's like, that's life, and you just have to deal with it. And I've got no complaints. The one thing I can't do is afford enough strings. You know what? I don't ask for stuff much, and I'm not going to ask for stuff. But if you want to like be an actual patron instead of the Patreon nonsense, which I don't know, I'm not going to do. I don't want to do it. But I'd always accept strings. And if there were anything like, if you had like music, if you have musical like instruments or equipment that's just like not, you know, that's not doing anything, like, and you want to contribute to the studio, my God, like that'd be amazing. You know, at the same time, I've got quite a lot of pride in the fact that, you know, I'm scratching this up by myself. But at the same time, I'm not going to turn down, anything. So I figured I'd mention it. I've been thinking about whether I should mention that or not. And it's this kind of scabby thing to do, like, you know. And I've done it before when I haven't had an acoustic. Just said, has anyone got an acoustic? And, like, literally by lunchtime, boom. And I felt great about that. I thought, you beautiful people, my beautiful friends. And but yeah, you know, if you've got stuff that isn't being used, that you don't want, that you don't care, and that you think I might find useful, you know, get hold of me either in the comments down below or on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook easy enough. I'm easy enough to find on Facebook. Those that, you know, most of you are my friends on Facebook anyway. But yeah, I'm not, you know, I don't expect anything from anyone, but I figured I'd fucking put it out there because, you know, like there might be somebody sat there and they're like, oh, why have I got these 20 packs of 10 to 52 strings? I don't use 10 to 52. What the hell am I going to do with these? And it's like, God, I'm dying to get 10 to 52 strings. And I do buy packs, but do you know what? It's my own fault because my eyes have been bigger than my belly. I've been buying guitars every month instead of buying packs of 20 strings. It's just, you know, I've got to get up onto the boring stuff. Anyway, I feel very shameful ending on that scabby note, but I guess, you know, I'm doing YouTube. It's the done thing, isn't it? It's what all the YouTubers do. But yeah, do you know what? Like, your support means more than anything. You've already given it enough by watching this. You know what I mean? And I don't need nothing. I'm good. You know, it's like I've got what I need to get it done. It's down to me now. But yeah, rest assured, I feel like tons better. I just overdid it this morning, and I'm really sorry about the stream. And you know, I should delete it really. But anyway, here's the replacement. I'll get a Gorilla Gig podcast up as soon as I can. All right, love you, and you know, stay real.